Top 5 red flags that your realtor might be screwing you. Oh wait, top 5 reasons and red flags that your realtor might be ripping you off. Let's break it down. Number 1, they want to get married before they date. What I mean by that is, you should probably date your spouse before you marry them. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, if they want you to sign a legally binding contract before they'll show you houses, they probably are all about the money and not all about you. I believe that you should have a relationship where you both feel like it's a good fit. And sometimes I show people houses and I'm like, nah, I'm just not feeling it. And I'm okay with not working with that individual or that person, couple, whatever. And they should feel the exact same way about me. You shouldn't get married before you date. Make sure that they are willing to go out and show you some houses without signing that legal binding contract. Red flag number 2, they don't know the area. If you ask them questions and they often have to be like, let me get back to you on that, especially stuff that has to do with local market, area, conditions, things like that, they're probably out of area realtors. Don't use them. Huge red flag. Run away. I don't work out of my market. Why should I? That would be terrible. I'd be doing my client a disservice. Only work in the areas you know. If your realtor doesn't know the area, they're either super new or out of market. Get out of that one. Red flag number 3, part-time realtor. You can only get a hold of them outside of normal business hours. If you call them and you leave a voicemail and they always seem to get back to you between like noon and 1 or 1 and 2 or whatever, or after 5, they probably have a full-time job and it's not real estate and you're getting a part-time realtor. Do not use part-time realtors. Big, big, big red flag. The reason is that the market changes very fast and very dramatically. And if you're not doing this full-time, you're not keeping up with that. Part-time realtors are writing contracts and offers and things that literally can't work. Like it's against the law, or the regulations have changed and they don't realize it, or the timeframes are so off that you can't possibly accomplish the things they've written in the contract. Why is that? Because they're part-timers and they're not keeping up with the change and flow of the market. So if you only get a hold of your realtor during non-regular workaday hours, you probably better get yourself a new realtor, because they're only part-timing it and they for sure aren't the best one you could get your hands on. Red flag number 4, poor communication. And what I mean by poor communication is they're often Johnny on the spot, right there, picking up all your calls, doing everything amazing, right up until the time you either go under contract and become their client, or even more specifically, right up until you go under contract on a property. This is especially true of buyers, but it's often true of listings. Once we go under contract and get that listing done, all of a sudden you call that realtor and you never get them. You get the voicemail, you get the voicemail, you get the voicemail, or even more likely, you get the assistant, you get the underling realtor, or you get the transaction coordinator, right? Often, 2 of those 3 aren't even licensed. The assistant often isn't licensed. The TC is almost for sure not licensed, transaction coordinator. The underling realtor may be. The issue is really that you expect to get the knowledge of this realtor. And now all of a sudden, the minute your house goes live in a listing, or the minute you're under contract on a purchase, all of a sudden you don't get them anymore. You just get their voicemail, or you get somebody else that's on their team. I think that's terrible. You and me, we went out, we built a bond, we had a relationship, and now all of a sudden, I don't care about that anymore, I'm ghosting you. It's like bad dating again. You just got a little later in the process. Not ideal. Get rid of that person. They're ripping you off. Number 5, red flag that your realtor might be ripping you off. They keep pushing their properties, their company's properties, not the ones you want to see. Especially as a buyer, if the realtor is trying to show you the listings they have over and over instead of the ones that you really are wanting to see, they almost for sure don't have your best interests at heart. They're just trying to get a little bigger paycheck. And if they're trying to get a bigger paycheck at your expense, that's bad. Avoid those folks. Big red flag. So yeah, with that, top 5 red flags that your realtor might be screwing you. I was trying to come up with how to be funny with screwing you, and then I was like, nah, it's not gonna work. So yeah, there you go. Top 5 red flags that your realtor might be ripping you off. Our next video is going to be, I don't know yet. We're going to have to check that out.